Okay then, I've got two phones with me today, the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro. What's the difference? Well, the Pro bit, of course, but more importantly, the price point. And so we're going to compare these two today and see how they match up. I'm Jake from Mozillion, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're heading into London, and for once we have a nice sunny day with blue skies. And just as well, because we are heading somewhere pretty special for our big video today. But first, let's test out the 15 Pro and the 15 on our journey. I want to see how the battery holds up, and from this point forwards, I'm going to be filming exclusively on the 15 Pro or the iPhone 15 until we get back in the studio. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, that's right. I said this was a big video, and I don't think it gets much bigger than Wembley. So, I'm just walking up to Wembley Stadium now. Now, why did I think that coming to a cup final was a good idea for a camera test? I mean, it's a cup final, but there's going to be lots of fireworks, there's going to be lots of pyro, and of course we'll be able to do a lot of long distance shooting. Now the 15 Pro does come in with a better zoom camera, but remember that the 15 and 15 Pro both have different price points. So keep that in mind when I show the pictures and videos I'm able to get today. I'm quite excited. I think this is going to be an incredible camera test. What are we waiting for? Let's go! So, 0-0 at half-time here at Wembley, and my voice is definitely going a little bit. It's been a very, very tight game. We've seen a couple of goals, but they were offside, and still 0-0, obviously. And we're getting some cracking shots here as well. Let's see how the second half goes. This could even go to extra time. It's a very tight game. And of course, we'll keep using the 15 and the 15 Pro to take as many shots as possible. Just showing you a goal, but it's been ruled offside. 2 offside goals in this one now. It's 0-0. Full time, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. A lot of chances in that game, as you'll see, which Chelsea had to take. That's a tough one to take, but hey, we had a good day out, and we'll see you back in the studio. Alright then, we're back in the studio, And let's talk about how everything else compares on the 15 and 15 Pro besides the camera tests. First, let's start talking about the battery life. While I was impressed with both, the 15 Pro was obviously the clear winner here. I used both extensively throughout the day, as you saw for the camera test, as well as watching video, listening to music, and doing general phone stuff. And the 15 Pro came back with around 70% of battery life, which was incredible. Not that the 15 was any slouch either. I came back with the 15 having around 50%, and to be honest, I can say both of these phones are maybe 2-day phones if you use them lightly. But either way, I don't think you have to worry about battery on either of these devices. They are by far the best battery life I've tested on any iPhone. Okay, so going on to speed with both the 15 and the 15 Pro, I don't think I need to go into too much detail with these because they were both excellent. I never experienced any slowdowns and I enjoyed using them throughout the day. And when it comes to speed, I don't really need to talk about iPhones that much at all. All of them are pretty fast these days, and that's thanks to the processors that Apple use. But just so you know, you get the A16 Bionic inside the iPhone 15, and you get the A17 Pro inside the 15 Pro. You might get a little bit more longevity out of the latter, but don't worry when it comes to speed at all with these. They are again the fastest iPhones that I've tested. One difference that you may notice if you were to put the 15 and the 15 Pro side by side is the screens. While the front of the screens is actually pretty similar, it's the technology that sits behind both that actually has a bit of a difference. When using both of them side by side, you can see the 120Hz does feel a bit smoother on the 15 Pro. But this really is only something you can see when they're side by side. If you're coming from an older iPhone to the standard 15, you won't really notice a difference. But if you're upgrading to the 15 Pro, you will see it be a bit more smoother than your previous iPhone. And lastly, how do they both feel in the hand? The 15 Pro had a big upgrade in terms of material this year. It has that nice titanium back, while the 15 has the typical aluminum that Apple have been using for years prior. I really liked both, but the 15 Pro does feel a little bit lighter due to that titanium, and I really enjoyed using it. If you are going to stick either of these phones in a case though, it may not be something that you notice at all, but just something to note if you're going to pick between either of these. Overall, both of these are fantastic phones. Apple have again knocked it out of the park with the 15 series, and it's down to you whether you want to pay a little bit more for the extras that the 15 Pro provides, or if you're happy with the iPhone 15. The 15 is a well-worthy upgrade from any older iPhone, and the 15 Pro has that couple of little nice to haves that the tech enthusiast might want. However, the 15 for the price point it comes in at is really a great phone. And speaking of prices, make sure you head on over to Mozillion.com to see how much money you can save on your next phone purchase, or how much extra cash you can get versus typical trade-in prices. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.